Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high, stocks are soaring, and the United States government is going all in on crypto. But here's the kicker. Everyone still thinks that crypto is fringe. Things are happening rapidly, and if you don't know what I'm about to go over in this video, then you might miss the opportunity of a generation. A lot of the crypto industry has been afraid of regulation, thinking that regulation is going to kill the innovation that's taking place. But in reality, regulation is what actually turns this innovation into infrastructure. The internet did not truly come to scale until the Telecommunications Act of 1996. The same thing happened for capital markets in the 90s, where the approval and structure of ETFs led to what today is the most common way to invest. And for crypto, it's been running without any sort of rules at all. Until now. Congress is currently advancing two of the most important crypto laws in history. First is the Stablecoin Bill, or the Genius Act, which defines who can issue stablecoins and how. That has already passed in the Senate. Second is the Digital Asset Market Structure Bill, which finally defines what digital assets are and who is responsible for regulating them. That bill is also already working its way through the ranks. Now here's the crazy part. This has the full support of the President of the United States. Earlier this year, Trump signed an executive order creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve, turning a fringe asset into a global investment standard. These laws don't slow down crypto. This is opening the floodgates. Expect institutional grade products, safer ways for the everyday investor to get involved in these markets, and an explosion of trust in this industry. But the most important piece of this puzzle isn't Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's stablecoins. Stablecoins are digital tokens that are pegged to the US dollar. They can be pegged to other things too, but we're not talking about that. Stablecoins allow investors to sell their volatile crypto while keeping that value still inside of the crypto ecosystem. Instead of selling your Bitcoin for standard dollars and then transferring that money into your bank account, you can leave this stablecoin inside of your asset brokerage or your crypto exchange. This allows for a much more seamless access to the crypto markets and 24/7 opportunity to get wrecked while you're out with your boys on a Friday night. Stablecoins are backed by cash and short-term US treasuries. So when a crypto investor sells their volatile asset and converts it into a stablecoin, that issuer of the stablecoin then has to go out and buy US treasuries in order to back and guarantee the issuance of that stablecoin. This is how stablecoins maintain their value. There are real assets that back them in the form of short-term US debt. As crypto grows in general, so does the demand for stablecoins. And with that increased demand for stablecoins comes fresh demand for US treasuries. The thing is that global demand for US treasuries has been on the decline. We've had Japan and China pulling back as trade tensions have started to get a little bit more uneasy, and as the United States has continued to increase its deficits. What's wild is that stablecoin issuers are already the 16th largest holders of all US treasuries. Stablecoins could just quietly become the new foundation for dollar dominance. It's not just a fintech trend, this is new monetary infrastructure. And guess which company just partnered with the largest asset custodian in the world to bring their stablecoin to the mainstream? For the past few years, crypto has been in an all-out war with the US government. In the previous administration, regulators had full-on campaigns against the entire industry. They choked off access to banks, they removed dollar liquidity, and they even filed lawsuits against the industry's top players. The most infamous of them all? Ripple. But right now specifically, the tide is turning. One of the most globally connected crypto companies is no longer being sidelined. Ripple just filed for a national banking charter with the nation's banking regulator, the OCC. This is the very license that has been pretty much impossible for any crypto company to obtain over the past decade. And this literally turns that company into a bank. Ripple has been building relationships with central banks and global payments networks since like 2012. And the thing is now they're plugging into the final piece, the US financial system. And they are not doing this alone. Ripple in December 2024 launched their first stablecoin called RLUSD. That has already been gaining traction, but just this week, their CEO announced that they are partnering with BNY Mellon, one of the oldest asset custodians in the United States and the largest asset custodian in the world, to basically bring this stablecoin to the mainstream. This is not about Ripple. It's about access. And this signals the end of a blockade. A company once targeted by the SEC is now integrating itself at the core of the US financial infrastructure. And Ripple is not the only one. Wall Street is moving in fast, and they are bringing their retirement accounts with them. ETFs turn stocks into the default for retirement assets, and now crypto is walking in that same exact path. Asset managers like BlackRock, Fidelity, and ARK have been filing for crypto ETFs left and right. This is not about hype. This is about putting the future of the financial system into 401ks, IRAs, and into pension funds. This is not just another bull cycle. This is the complete reworking of the entire global financial system taking place right now. You have sovereign wealth funds, central banks, and asset managers developing solutions on chain. If you do not want to mess this up, here's my advice. Do not think in quarters or days or even years. Think in decades. If you aren't super familiar with the space, then I do recommend working with the regulated players to get involved. You have a couple ETFs that are out now for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few other tokens, and a lot more that are on the way. But at the same time, if you don't have any exposure, I don't recommend waiting for all of these laws to be passed and for all of this infrastructure to be in place, because by then it might be too late. Follow the policy and the institutional positioning. This is no longer about the price charts. We're moving into a completely different era. Crypto just went mainstream and I feel like no one's even looking. But if you're watching this, you're already ahead of 99% of the global population. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about all of this that's going on. Also, is Ripple the future of the financial system, or is it the biggest scam that we've ever seen? In the description, there's a link to my free newsletter and a couple of goodies that come along with it. Don't forget to check that out, and I'll see you soon.